Gonna do ebook updates all day long. So if you're new to the channel, man, make sure you sub. I will be uploading everything that I put into the ebook, and we'll just kind of do it that way. Kind of go in to a little bit of the stuff we've been working on and kind of combine some stuff, and then just work from there. Okay, fellas. Let's kind of get into a little bit of what we like. All right. Now, one of the things that I do want to kind of teach you guys is reading line text. That's going to tell you when it's safe to play action. It's going to tell you when it's safe to run, where to run, and it's going to tell you, you know, is it okay to kind of pass, quick pass? Do you have time to throw it down deep? You know, so kind of read the text on the line. Most of this offense, I'm going to go ahead and tell you from the gate, with how I have my audible set up with the zone weak being my check run. We're going to go on man with our halfback off tackle run. So anytime you're playing like people that play cover one, 2-man under, you know, anything with man defense on it, you're going to run this off tackle as your base run. Now, for the sake of the video, I'm not going to run into a superstar ability player. We're just going to kind of go ahead and flip it so I ain't got to deal with Chris Jones. All right. So the main thing is your lead blocker is going to be your fullback in this scenario. So whoever your ID, the mic is on, is the guy he's going to pick up. So the way that this is designed, because it's an off tackle run, your tackle, your tight end, and your receiver are going to basically kick up the field. You know, it's going to make it look like a stretch run, but it's technically not. You have two choices based on what you see. Okay, you're making your read to cut off the tackle. That's why it's called off tackle. See, if the tackle's getting outside leverage, you cut back in. Okay, if the tackle's kind of getting stuffed around where he's at, you can go ahead and just wrap it around. Just make sure that you do not hit the turbo when you are making this run. Okay, guys, so just kind of look, read off the tackles. He's kind of getting outside leverage. You just go ahead and make your one cut. So that's pretty much all it is. You're going to have to make that cut at the end of the day. Just kind of make your read. Read off the tackle. Tackle's got the outside leverage. See, sometimes you're not going to get necessarily the best run, but you will go forward. And then sometimes, more often than not, you know. So make sure you do impact block. Sometimes I do like to do it with the receivers. You get better. You get squeezed through that gap, you know. But in a game, it's going to work a lot better for you. It's actually been one of my favorite runs to use, just because of the leverage of being able to kick it back like a zone run and also kick it outside. So you can kind of sometimes find a gap inside and break it loose. And I know it doesn't look very pretty, but you know, you're not necessarily going to have every run in your arsenal to go to the house. It's not the point of the run game. The run game is to solidify clock, possession, and keep the chains moving. Okay, so it's just going to be your staple run that I'm going to suggest. Now, if you don't like what you see on the field, you know, like you feel like they're kind of crowded a little bit, you can run the zone weak. Okay, the idea of the zone weak. Now, the zone weak I do like to do with the motion. You could do the motion with the power run to kind of get some clear out space, you know, especially if they're like man coverage, right? We just got to give you an example right here. With this, you can motion this receiver over. So if you know they're in man coverage and you want to definitely get that outside and they're in man coverage, you can motion over like you're doing that and give you better outside leverage with the off tackle run. Okay, so that's a good run to have versus man coverage. That's one thing that you could do. Or, we're not done. If you want to set up, you know, some pass schemes later on in the game that I like to utilize, you can motion them out. You want to get some clear so you can make a better read off tackle. And like I said, just playmaker. I mean, not playmaker, but impact block for the receiver. And now you can make your real true read off the tackle. Just kind of get that guy out of the box a little bit so that you guys can kind of, you know, go make your read, you know, because sometimes he's inside the box. You're not going to be able to. You can incorporate your motion height schemes into this, getting players out of position. Now, obviously, you can't run it too often and practice mode, and eventually they're going to kind of catch on. But I'm just going to kind of make sure that y'all start emphasizing using this run with those motions, okay? So if you don't want a lot of yards, you don't have to do the motion. If you do want a lot of yards, you can go ahead and use the motion. It's fine. Now, you can build off of this run, and you can kind of open other things up. Like usually later in the game, I might use the dive run, you know, kind of doing the same concepts. Really just picking your point of attack. Now, other things that we might suggest, you know, kind of adding into what we're doing here. Let's kind of get a little creative. Let's kind of go over all the plays that we were working on, and then go from there. Let me see. I want to find something that's nice. Let's see. It's really only a couple plays you can really do this out of. Alright, we'll start it with the PA. And I'll just go up against random plays, don't matter. Now, instead of the post, like let's say you find yourself having a tendency of rolling out. Remember what I said about floods, right? I was showing you earlier. If you just streak this guy and then smart route your streak, you know, now he's going to have a 2-point read between Ruggs and Edwards, usually about the same depth, you know. The other thing that you could do is you want to get like an underneath route. So you want to have that flood route concept, pushing everything to one side of the field, and you just kind of, hopefully you're not getting contained, but if you are, usually you can get separation that way. If by any chance, make sure you smart route that streak. Let's say he comes out too wide, you just want to put the tight end on like a little dink out route or whatever. You just find a spot. I mean, the route's open, it's just he's getting pressure. So let's kind of slow it down a little bit. You want to read from the trenches. Always want to read from the inside to the outside. It's going to tell you if it's safe to run or pass, right? So what I'm looking at is you want to start from your center. Okay, you read, nothing's in front of the center, so you don't have a true nose. Nothing's on man. Your nose is playing the one tech. He's right there between the left guard and the center. So what does that tell me? That tells me that I have a little bit of flexibility. I could slide protect because you have someone out wide. It could be a 7 tech, I believe that is 7 tech. If I slide, you can usually tell if you just motion. It could be 4 tech, 5 tech, 6 tech. Yeah, he's 7 tech. Okay, so 7 tech means it's not necessarily safe to pass. It's not necessarily safe to play action. So you might want to take the play action animation away. Go ahead and do what you got to do underneath. You know, you can create your concepts or whatever off of that. Kind of see, as long as I don't got that play action, you know, obviously Madden's gonna do what Madden does. They're not gonna hold their blocks like they should, but as long as y'all get the idea. It's like, we know he has a 7 tech on the field. If that 7 tech comes out, you just dink it off to the running back. You don't want to throw it to him too fast sometimes, because sometimes that zone will react to him. Kind of give your running back time if you're gonna kind of take advantage of the 7 tech. So anytime you see 7 tech, do not run play action. Okay. Other than that, you know, usually 7 techs, I prefer a blocked fullback over a tight end trying to block them. You know, you want to get that out of space. Now, if they're on the inside, you can block the tight end and then go out with the running back. So just make sure that y'all kind of, you know, pay attention to that as well. Other things you can do, like I said, with the hitch routes, you know, usually quick reads, and they can force things open over the top, and it's a nice little play action, you know, a little quick pass read that you can playmaker. Other than that, you know, that's pretty much the only real things that we got going on here. Like, you can streak smart route the tight end and have like a hitch route. You just kind of do whatever you want, right? Thing I like about that smart route, you come over here Sometimes you can get out in front of it. You know, he's not gonna be keep going deep into zones. He's gonna actually come back to the ball. You know, a nice little bail out option. Other than that, you know, it's not too complex. You know, like I said, you still have your option routes that I like to do. You know, see how he's blocking on tight end, that's on man. So that could be either good or bad depending on which tight end you have in there. Like, do you trust that tight end can block, you know, a rusher? You know, I mean, he's going to have help. So, I mean, it's fine. What we could do, we could probably do like slide protection over there, and then just make sure that your ID is on the other side. So, or really, you want to ID right there, or you could ID the other side and double team on the middle. So you got your slide. Well, you're not really going to be able to slide in play action, but you're not going to see how much more time we have to work with. And then we'll try to get into some more stuff. Since I'm getting blue screen, like I said, I'm just going to be doing videos all day. So make sure, like I said, y'all are tuned in, and make sure y'all are subbed. So that's pretty much. We'll kind of go over some of these other plays as well. Same thing, like instead of just running that curl route, sometimes you could streak it and then smart route it, you know. So he's still going a little bit down the field. And remember what I was saying earlier on the user catching video when I was showing this is sometimes, like, if you have like a speed receiver like Ruggs and you do that, you know, users kind of gravitate to him, and they hit turbo and just take off. You know, they don't really anticipate you doing comeback routes or routes that stop and come back to the ball. So smart routing your streaks is definitely something that you guys should utilize. Granted, it's not necessarily going to be your primary read. It's going to be your last read, obviously, because by the time he gets to the point of the field, you know, sometimes that pass rush is there and you're moving to break out of the pocket, you know. So it's just something that you guys can kind of think about. Try not to get pressured too much. AI in the practice mode just starts getting insane. It's fine. We'll just switch to play. Alright. Just kind of just play around with some other stuff, you know. I'll just go random play. So we got like a cover 3, right? Usually I like to attack. You want the speed receiver running this route. Slower receivers don't get open as fast as quicker receivers, or receivers with better route running usually. So I'm going to kind of take Edwards out here, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to put our better route runner in here. Anytime you have these little cut routes, I mean, you can't just put anybody there. I mean, you got to put someone in there and know what he's doing. If they're in like a cover 3, which he's not, you know, it's going to be an easy point read dot. I don't like how in the double post where they both cross. It's not necessarily good because you're under center. You're not going to have time to sit there and read them by the time they cross, and they're not even going to cross, because if you look at the end of the route, that's where they stop. Okay, before they bail out. You don't like when your routes touch the same point on the field. So I don't know. It's not going to let me. You can't smart route him either. So what you would want to do, like, you could probably take him and smart route the streak, so they're not necessarily touching. And you can kind of play with it. You get the better route runner the ball, and then user catch it. Like, Edwards isn't going to run that route like that. So you could probably just run like a hitch route and then throw a crosser over to kind of get those linebackers away. Better route runner, and then user catch it. You got to make sure you switch on, because sometimes safeties will jump those. Simple concept. If you're getting blitz, take the flat. Or if you don't think you have time to get the throw off, take the flat. Usually, but his flat was in man. Sometimes you could switch based off of you feel where you have leverage at. Like if I feel like the blitz is coming heavy on the left and he's man on the right, you know, I might send the swing route to the left. If I feel like the blitz is coming heavy to the right and, you know, more man on the left, then I'm going to go ahead and hit the flat route to the other side. So it's just kind of pay attention. Like, we will read the field. I should have took the crossing route first. You always want to kind of make sure that you're reading the short routes first. Kind of get into the habit of reading short routes first, because you start reading for the deep all the time. We don't have that. We got that. Come back and ooh, that ability triggered. But because we went for the user catch, he wasn't able to pick us off. So that's always a plus. Now obviously you see you got two defenders on him. We're gonna take Waller in this situation. Easy. Now you're only gonna get that route if you have like a tight end apprentice or any type of apprentice route. Like, I don't care if he's in 3 deep, like we can still throw the ball, you know. It's like it doesn't matter. Like it's a simple pass concept. Nice user catch. You can attack anything with this. Like it's simple pass concept if you have an ability. Because you got your short quick read with Ruggs, you got your flat read versus the blitz with Ingold, you got your pull route with Waller, and then you have your coverage beater with Renfro. So you check your pull route. Oh, look at there. We got both of them. Look at their user catch. As long as you go for the user, you get animated. They can't pick it off. So that's the pros and cons. You want to catch this guy. Hopefully he comes out in the zone so I can just kind of dink and dunk the Ruggs, you know. Keeps manning him up. Might have to throw like another zone over there. These hitch routes work better when you have under routes on them. Now if you're dealing with zones, you put an under route on them, they work a lot better. See how much wider open it gets? Because if you just leave one zone right there versus that route, the zone's going to magnetize to it. So you just kind of put a swing route under it so you get that zone up. Easy read. Wait. He's in man. Now, man coverage, you might want to put a man beater route on the field. So sometimes AI don't play fair. Like they'll show you one thing. I know this is zone. Oh, look at Carr. Look at me working my magic. Oh man, I tried to throw it. Always step up into the pocket, fellas. Don't run away for your life. You know, you can do this either side. You know, doesn't matter. You got your pull route, you got your check route. If it ain't there, you can kind of look downfield, roll over here. See, he comes back to the ball. Always kind of read the pocket first, man. You know, don't just be stuck with your eyes glued downfield all the time. You know, a lot of people do that. You know, just sometimes, you know, if you know you're getting blitzed, you got your quick read over there, and you got a bull rush. Wasn't gonna give me time. Hopefully this offensive line gets better on Thursday's roster update. Because I mean, Von Miller didn't, like, he wasn't even at the show. You kind of just go over there, wait for it to come back. I hate them under pressure inaccurate banners, but it's just kind of stuff that you can play with a little bit. I don't want to kind of keep you guys too long, but other than that, kind of go back into it as far as, you know, you got your staple run, obviously, that I want you guys to use, which is the off tackle. If you're dealing with people that start pinching lines, you know, and playing man coverage, you can kind of do it with the quick toss. The thing about quick toss, though, it's got its pros and cons. Like, as far as the motioning, that receiver is designed to attack, like be a chip block, you know. So if you motion him over, you know, at best he might see how his assignment is still the chip block, so he needs to be there. So it's like the only thing I don't like about this quick toss run is that he needs to be there, and you can't necessarily just motion anyone over, except maybe the tight end. Like, you probably motion the tight end over, but see, then he doesn't become the chip block. He just straight. There it goes. It's like they make 91 speed running backs not as fast as they used to be. Back in the day, boy, 91 speed, bro, you were gone. But, you know, it is what it is. You get your chip block. You need to make sure you ID for your chip block sometimes. He gonna go to the middle linebacker. He don't need to go to the middle. He need to go to the safety, but he can't go to the safety. Oh, that was a nice one. try it one more time. But like I said, you'll use this run, probably not be the flashiest run in your arsenal, but it's something that you can definitely mix in, you know, especially if you're running inside on them a lot and start pinching their line. But it's a nice way to kind of get outside and then kick it up. You don't want to run your quick tosses to the sideline, okay? This is basically, you see where Renfrow is? That's your cut. This is where you would take, you want to cut up before you get to the numbers, okay? And again, you kind of want to emphasize, don't, like right there, you're supposed to cut up. You're not supposed to wait until you get outside. Wait until you get outside, and then you got to deal with block sheds and stuff. See there? You cut up before you go to the numbers and the quick toss versus like man blitzes and stuff like that. Now, you got to be very careful. Make sure that your ID is on the corner on any outside runs so that your fullback correctly picks him up. Sometimes your pulling guard will go over there because technically your pulling guard is the guy that's supposed to pick up the block. So like usually in this formation you would want to pick up a safety. You know, he can't pick a safety up, then technically you're not supposed to run this run, right? So you come out in it if you can't get like a pickup block or, you know, someone that's inside for your guard, because you don't necessarily want him going all the way outside, but you also don't want him stepping over 2 yards because he's not the most agile guy. Like any guy that he needs to be attacking a second level block, you know. See there, that's what you want him to do. You want him to go upfield and not too far out wide. So your ID is going to be very important. Sometimes, like I said, it can't be the outside linebacker. It's got to be, I guess, the inside linebacker if there's 2 safeties out. That's the only way he's going to pick the safety up. But, like I said, it's not typically designed to run toss plays versus like cover 2s and stuff. Because cover 2s has outside leverage. It's just kind of a little run that you could throw in. Nice little wrinkle run. And again, like I said, halfback zone is usually my favorite check down run because you can run it either side. Whereas the off tackle run and the quick toss, you cannot flip it unless you flip everybody. So it's just something to kind of take note there. Other than that, I kind of stray away from the PA deep. I don't like it versus the PA deep cross. It's just sometimes it's like the protection just doesn't feel the same. You know, I know you can smart route that crossing route. I know it looks like it has potential, but really it doesn't. You know, so unless you have like receivers with route abilities and you can kind of add more routes to the concept, it's really not as like I can kind of tinker with it a little bit, but like I said, I'm not going to include it in the ebook because it's not as effective as the other stuff that I run. You know, like I said, you can smart route this route by Renfrow and make it go deeper, you know, to kind of give you some leverage underneath with Ruggs. Other things that I'm not really popular with is this route by Ingold. I don't like it. You probably just do like an underneath route or something. And see, it doesn't really, things really don't get as open. Like regardless what you put on the field, it might look nice, like play art wise, but I don't really like it. You know, like you could probably, you know, if you're on one hash and you want to go over the top to the other side and attack like a cover 2, I mean, you could do it with the motion, and you can get, you know, an 86 speed wide open over there like that. But like I said, that's pretty much the only thing that you're really going to get. So like if you're running the dive a lot, you can smart route it, motion it over. You don't really have to change anything else. Like what you could do is go with the option route, so you sell the dive a lot more. I do not like when the fullback goes out, you know, because you don't sell the play action as good. You get that 86 speed just burning his corner. Like that's wild. That's another thing that I want to kind of tell you guys. Like, speed does not matter until the ball is in the air. Okay? Route running is king when the man's running his route, he could be the slowest guy in the world. He got the best route running. The route running is king. Okay, something that I want you guys to kind of look at there. Look at it, you just burn them. I might start using this play, but that's really the only adjustment that I really see this viable. Like, you could probably block the tight end and then drag like that. I really don't like that. See, as long as you go for the user, they can't pick it off. I ain't really like that drag route. It took protection away. Here, let me do some of the other stuff I like to do. I like to do swing routes. I don't know if I can still smart route that. Make it go a little bit deeper on the inside. And I do not motion hike some of these. Look how wide open that is. Might be a nice little play to add. Pretty much how I would run it, you know. You get your best route runner over there. Run like a little swing route underneath. Kind of confuse them a little bit. Look at her. Just getting past. Do I still have this on random coverage? I need to check versus every coverage because I don't want to be sitting there doing something and thinking it's against every coverage and it's not. Random play. Swing route the fullback, smart route the deep cross. Now this is from the middle of the hash, so he's in man coverage, could be. So we can force a man switch. He's got... That would have been a flag. See, as long as you're going for the... Alright, so we got cover 3. Let's see. I'll test it with the motion hikes too. Oh my god. I think we might be on to something, fellas. Renfro is the GOAT. You can't out goat the GOAT. I guess I could keep that route. Trying to decide if I want to just send him vertical. Because him going in is nice. Step up into the pocket. Oh, Renfro. I see you, man. I'm gonna start cooking people with Renfro and Regs, bro. Like, I might start using him in this formation instead of, what's his name? Edwards. I like Edwards, but Renfro got that route running. Try to see... One-on-one. Back clock it. Oh! I can just lowball that instead of him making a jump for it. That would be so much better. Oh, he's cooked him. So now you got something else, and if you like wide trail isn't your thing, you know people are gonna be chasing rugs. I'm trying to see if there's like a route that I could run with rugs that would complement that. Or I can run the deep cross and then have Waller run like a crosser underneath. Like again, that, like I said, it might look good on the play art. I mean, it works, but I just don't like the protection of it sometimes. And I haven't really necessarily used it in game. I just don't feel... I guess I could smart route him out and see what that would be. That should get over... I should be able to bomb cover 3 with that. He can get over there. He's not getting... safety threshold. I need something to pull that safety. So if I could split the safety with an out route and then go deep. Let's see. Just don't know. Maybe. It gets him one-on-one. You probably do your speed receiver that way. So let me see if I run it flip. Let Ruggs do that. Hit the corner. Hold up. I know I'm gonna have man on man up front. Now I should have threw the little underneath route. So now I'm trying to see if it beats anything, you know, like consistently across the middle. Like we know we see too high, you can smart route it and bring it over like that. It's like it works to the right, as base, not like it works to this side if you see too high. So I know he's in man. This is a better end. Look at there. So the guy doesn't necessarily have to be fast to get open like that. I want to test it against cover 3. So obviously you want to get outside that outside third. Trying to figure out what's the best way to attack. If you got a good user, bro, you can just bomb on that cover 3 like that. Just kind of still on that outside third, just smart route it. I don't necessarily need the play action here. Like I could opt to just swing route and I could block him, you know, if I'm just want to play that side of the field. Look at that catch right there. BAM! I'm the master of this user catching. Throw it down. I gotta stop hitting the L2, man, because sometimes I be fumbling when I be doing that shit. I can't lie. Look at, just put it where your receiver can get it, you know. So I might actually start using this route, kind of mix it in with like the dive runs that I use. So that'll be like one of the solid. And then you have your check down to the fullback. If blitz is coming, you check to a fullback. Look at that user catch. They robbed me. I'm gonna do it one more time. I want to see if I do it with motion hike. The motion hike. Oh man, they not letting me. But at least Renfro going for it. You know, Renfro got all the catch animations. So now if I leave it short instead of smart routing it. So that's why I don't like motion hiking some of these routes, because you want to switch off the number 1. See, look at that. Look at that. When you motion hike it, you're not going to get that separation. You know, so I'm going to strongly suggest that you guys do not motion hike. Because, like, watch, if I motion hike it, because you're going to force a switch, right? Sometimes you do want the switch, sometimes you don't. Right there, switch isn't necessarily, I'm going to go ahead and aggressive, isn't necessarily going to give me the matchup I want, as opposed to me just letting him set his feet. Because, see, the faster corner's on him. Now we switched him off to Ruggs instead of it more being a pass off switch. Now we got better leverage with an 86 speed receiver versus a 94 speed corner. Okay, so it's not necessarily speed is king for defense. Route running is king. Okay, so you just kind of hit him with that. Look at that. Look at that. 86 speed, wide fucking open. So definitely is more or less, you could beat cover 3 with it if you know the catch tutorials that I teach. Like you could probably go like a check release, man, just so you have extra protection. But you know, he's got a 2 high safety, could be like cover 4. You get a 1-on-1. Usually, like I said, 1-on-1. Look what we do. You're not gonna catch all of them, you know, because he not Megatron, but Renfro catching the bulk of them. Kind of like, I like this little reverse route. I'm gonna start. I used to play like that with a reverse pull back on the stick. Sometimes you want to just pull back on that stick on those deep throws so that you don't overthrow it. All right, let's do this smart route. Yeah, they sent the blitz at me. I'm so dialed in trying to look for make this deep route work. I'll be forgetting what what I'm doing up front. Let me pay attention. Obviously, a blitz would probably come from over there, right? Throw it away. I hate that under pressure, man. I wish I had that fearless or something compatible. Trying to see if I can motion hike this from over here to the middle. Let me see if that's a safe motion hike. See, the motion hike creates block shed. That's one thing I'm starting to notice. You don't like block sheds. Try to get the. We got a nice little soft spot, but I don't like how he puts it in the air. I want him to put it on the ground. Let me see. If I lowball it, I can't trigger the pass lead. So there's that you got to worry about. So I'm gonna try to lowball it. Like I said, man, sometimes these play actions, man, they don't warrant you the best protections. Like especially if you know you've got inside leverage, you might want to block the tight end, block him, and then send him on a corner route, right? Teach you all about these techs, because he's got someone that's out wide that could be blitzing or playing coverage. You know, if he's blitzing, the fullback's going to have better position to block him. He's out wide, as opposed to trying to block the tight end and then get squeezed block shed. You know, so you see him out wide like that, send the tight end on a route, fullback will pick him up. Have better blocks, he just had better coverage downfield. I'm trying to teach you guys. Do you like the leverage or do you not like the leverage? Anything outside the tight end, you're going to send a tight end on a route. Anything inside the tight end, you're going to send the running back on a route. So he's outside, so we got to block the tight end. So the fullback picks him up, should pick him up. Pocket presence, pocket. I was trying to pocket him with this shitty offensive line. Trying to teach you guys, man, when to block, when to send. Okay? You know 75 is going to pick up 95. That tight end's not going to pick up that outside linebacker. So you want to stress those linebackers. Even if you know they're not blitzing, or if they are blitzing, you want to put stress on them. Okay? So you can do one of two things. You can hit them with a swing route and then have like a quick drag kind of, you know, or out route. You don't want to run the tight end into a block. So it's just something that you got to kind of pay attention to. So you can have like a little quick route and then a little swing route in case it is what you think it is. You know, blitzing. If not, it's going to get pushed back. And you have the option to kind of playmaker up. And that's just a bad throw. Probably because I've been in this formation for like the last 10 minutes. So I'm going to probably see some unwarranted things. Remember, if you have a defender, when you do that motion and that defender that's over there with this, like Matthew, if he's playing low like that and you're not sure if he's blitzing, you can either you can block the fullback, or you can send him in a route and send the tight end on a route. You know, just to kind of test them a little bit, you know. So if you're not sure, you can always do it like that. Ah, they didn't give me that inaccurate bullshit banner. The shit on me banner, that's what I call it. You need to get rid of it, to be honest. Like, that's ridiculous. Forces you to make bad throws. Unwarranted. Just kind of go in here, just pull back on the stick. See, I want to, you know what, I'm going to lowball that. If I'm beat, I'm going to lowball it. And you start shading over the top. They're not going to, okay, see how he has that outside leverage? Instead of running the swing route with a fullback, we'll run the drag route. So if he's over the top, nope. Yo, he chased the drag route. So that's why it's getting open. Anything going across underneath, I don't know what he was in. I have to slow it down to kind of see. I know he had 2 high safeties. It's like a cover 2 shell. I just put 21 like out of his match. He was in match. There's no doubt about it, he was in match. Still in two high shell. As long as you have like a drag, kind of pay attention to the leverage on the field. Anything outside the tight end, you're going to send the tight end on a drag. Like 3-man rush, you can do that and just block the fullback, especially like on your play action plays. Because it's going to give you a cleaner pocket. Look at that catch. Oh, he dropped it. Dang. Try to ball out, man. Always pay attention. Remember, anything outside that tight end, if he has space between the tackle and the guard to run drag route, he can do that. That's the only time you want to run the tight end on the drag. Okay, you have space like that between where if there's not a 4 tech on the field or a 5 tech on the field, you can run a drag. Safe. Gotta just put the motion back on the field. We got a cover 2 man. You can force switch it. And he got a block shed from hell. That's sometimes you get those, you know, it sucks. You want to make the quick read when you see that. So you got a 4 tech. You're not going to see, the tight end's going to be a little stressed right here. Because he's got a 5 tech and you got a 7 tech. So you're going to have to block the tight end in this situation. Kind of read the tech, and it's going to tell you who needs to go between the fullback, running back, and the tight end. See, we forced the switch, and now we get that one-on-one. Look at the pass protection. Never go for possession in one-on-one scenarios, because you're basically going to give the ball up versus aggressive defenders. Possession is wide open only. Sometimes I'd be forgetting that, you know. Kind of look at the leverage here that we have. We're going to block the fullback. Let's run drag on the tight end. Step into the pocket. See, as long as you go for the aggressive, he can't get it. But that's just something we might start using. It's a nice little play. Got a nice few reps in it. Kind of get what we needed out of it. But other than that, I think that's pretty much just going to cover everything that you can do. Like I said, we'll probably use Renfro in this formation because I think he just runs the routes a lot better. Trying to see if there's like anything else that I could use. Like I know he'll run that drag route a lot better. I don't necessarily think he'll. Hold on, he might. Let me see if he can run this white trail. Should be able to. Like I said, zones shouldn't matter. Just kind of think about what he's in for a sec. You want to pull defenders down. So obviously, you read your text, because if your tight end's going on a route, you see that guy over there out in front of the tight end, he's in that 7 tech, so he has to be blocked. Like I don't know, maybe a fullback can block him. He should be able to. Okay, so we're good on that side of the field. Now you read this other side, you're not going to have leverage to block it because you don't have an extra, you know, fullback over there. You have a running back, but your thing is that running back going to pick them up? You know, sometimes they kind of stare down. So if you want that running back to pick them up, and you want to block your running back, you can just ID him, and you should be good. Other than that, you know, you might, you know, you're dealing with a cover 2, you might just want to go out route instead of like a flat route, because they could be in a cloud. You know, if they're in a cloud, you know, a regular flat route's going to be wide open, and that they're just going to be all over on that route over the top. So if you run an out route, you get a little bit more separation, and like I said, 86 speed receiver can break through the coverage. Okay, now I'll kind of run it one more time with the flat route. Like I said, just ID this guy. We're not sure if he's coming or not. If I run the flat route, that cloud flat over there is not going to bait down as fast sometimes. Sometimes he will. Practice mode be like that, you know, but I can tell you in a game it's not necessarily going to always be like that, okay? You can always opt to do it like this. Like if you're not sure if he's going to play up or over, you can always do it with the swing route and the flat route. Always let him set his feet. Do not motion hike, okay? Because sometimes you don't want those bad force switches. And that's why I wish there was like a mesh in this formation, because the mesh wheel routes are so much better than the stock wheel routes. Like these wheel routes, they go out too wide. Mesh wheel routes go cut a lot faster. So it's just something that you would have to be mindful of as far as who you would want to send on your deep route. Like you'd probably do this from like double post and get a more favorable read. But see, like I said, 86 speed receiver, it doesn't matter. You don't necessarily need a burner to run that route if you know you're going up against like a zone coverage. So it's a nice little wrinkle to put into what you're doing. And like I said, you might not want to go play action here and just go, like I said, just smart route that you just kind of play with both sides of the fields, you know. So there's like all kinds of stuff that you can do in here. I'm gonna try to play a game, man. I really want to play a game. It's just, you get annoyed sometimes, man, when you work hard on stuff and you can't really showcase it because you get blue screen, because Madden wants to come up with a botched title update that just destroys the game. Doesn't destroy for everybody, but it does destroy for a couple of people. And they feel like it's more important that the millions of people that it doesn't mess up is okay, and they want to leave these few people that it does fuck up on an island, you know. And we basically I paid $100 for this game, you know, 100 and some change, you know, and now I have to worry about getting blue screened every time I play. And I don't even get into the match, and I get disconnected losses before I even go into the match, you know, and that sucks, because I've already took like 80 losses on that crap. And it's not my fault. Like, they need to fix that. Usually if I don't get to the next load screen, bro, it's wraps. I'm about to get blue screened. It's too many load screens. Way too many load screens. I'm about to get blue screened, but just fill it.
This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Oh my God, I survived.
MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room.
All right, man, we're gonna make these changes, man.
The Giants get set to match up with
see if they work in game.
Las Vegas Raiders.
Really, I can't add something to my ebook if it doesn't work in a game, you know? Like, it might look good in practice mode.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Go ahead and do that. Obviously.
So the ball down to the 16.
All right, we got a 1 tech, a 3 tech. Got a 7 tech on that other side. So we good, we good. Yeah, 6, 7, actually 7 and 9. They have inside leverage.
4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves.
All right, he bounces in. He has a 0 tech, so he's man on man. He has 1 3 tech, but we have a 4, a 2, and a 0. So that means I already know that I got a double team on the 3.
Here's Drake one more time on
almost got in there.
And he'll be
Didn't make one guy miss.
20 after a gain of just 1.
Back-to-back runs.
So we got a. Remember what I said about one man earlier.
On this play coming up.
So he's in man coverage. Remember what I said about on man? Showing y'all in the video earlier.
On 3rd down, Drake.
It's going to be your favorite run versus on man.
A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down.
So he's going to spam it, or we'll find out. It's on man. Now there is a trick for dealing with man coverage spammers. You can glitch them out of their assignment.
That was a pretty good job defensively.
A couple of formations that I got that does it. I'm trying to remember them.
They're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Now they'll throw with Carr. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll
put an alignment on the field.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket.
He did it again.
But just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion.
So we counter that. So you find who your switches are.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And he will not get away from the pressure here.
Oh, he's a 94. Okay, I know what he's doing now.
How about that? The defense's first
He's a 94 speed corner.
One of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit.
He's not in, man. He's blitzing.
To account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignments. He comes through and puts him on the ground.
Carr to throw for it on 4th down. A hit as he throws.
We'll change it up in a minute.
Incomplete. A surprising move here.
We'll probably get him with a flag here in a minute. Doing that.
The Giants are going to take over in great field position. Stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
No.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now Jones. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Jet sweep. Nope.
Another try for Barkley. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. Booker is in the end zone. Touchdown, Giants. CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they look like they were just in their base.
All right, so we know he's spamming this dime blitz.
In a goal line type situation,
we're going to attack it.
3, 4, 5 between the 20s, but not down here.
We're going to get him in a weak box.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result.
A couple of ways you can do that. Make him stop doing it. Better match personnel, my friend.
The Raider offense set to get this.
Yeah, this is more our favor right here. I like this.
Turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points. So they've got to recover.
Keep him in and make him call timeout.
One decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down
caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss.
Stop dime blitzing me, bro.
And he's got some space here.
Told you, you're going to have a weak box. Get out of it. You're going to run all over that shit.
Kenyon Drake, 65 yards. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up.
One thing that you got to deal with, man, when you're playing people online, they'll stay on one defense the whole game and not adjust. And once you find out how to attack it, they start becoming just like a kindergartner, bro. They get lost like a little puppy, because they don't know anything else. All they know is one thing. And once you find that one thing that you can break, they don't know what else to go to.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
We're not going to fall for anything. We're going to match up.
Offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of this.
Got tacklers on the field, bro.
Doing something, I'm going to continue, and I think that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Second and 8 coming up. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he's dropped right at the
Don't get wore out, bro. I'm not going to let you sit there and spam with Barkley, bro. You're going to beat me the other way.
You're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. A first down carry for Barkley. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there. Only
should be okay.
A 3-yard gain.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
Anyway, go spread. Usually I'm okay.
We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando, and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he's got
love free shots.
To the 35. First down Giants. Jones to Ingram.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Make him earn every yard, fellas.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
All right, he's running. He's running. He's running.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Hello?
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Hey, one bot.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's a give to Barkley.
Contact on him. More people hit him, the better off you are.
25-yard line. 4 yards the pickup. First down.
I'm good.
Throwing Jones.
Oh, we good.
Short throw to Ingram. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. His throw incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now Jones off the bootleg. Completes it to Evan Ingram. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line.
Not going to be easy for you, sir.
As they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run it. This is Booker. And he will take it.
Shot the wrong gap.
For a Giant touchdown. Devontae Booker in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants have taken the lead. You know, the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. So not much time to speak of.
Again, he's going to come out in that 9 blitz. Stand pat.
And here comes a return from
we can run on him.
End zone.
Lucky we get another 1-play touchdown. Ignorance is bliss.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking
trying to blitz me, bro.
Contained as they're able to get him down.
Take it to the
4
house.
seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Trying to think about.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Don't try it, bro. Don't try it. That's stupid here.
The final shot here before half for Carr.
Ignorance.
Go deep for Ruggs.
Ah!
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot.
Should have streaked them and smart routed it.
It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Second half ready to
They don't let you pass lead those fades.
Lead, and they are set to receive this kick. Takes it at the 7. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice.
Keep everything out in front of us. Gotta go with first little package here.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Oh, come on. That impact blocked it his fucking lineman.
Practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
42 yards on the ground for him so far.
There we go.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. After that sack, 3rd and long. Tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got it.
Start getting some pressure on this guy. Show this guy we ain't no slouch. Show him how to really blitz without having to do all that crazy shit.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, the return is Renfro.
Woo, Renfro got the feet.
He takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Raiders will take over now.
He's going to keep trying to outside blitz us. We're fine. We got leverage. You just took your safety out of position.
Able to push his way through. And getting this just shy.
Stop blitzing with your safety, bro.
You're
going to learn today.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Come on, bring him inside. Thank you, 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 thank you.
Play action to
give me inside leverage. We go over the top.
Look downfield for Waller.
Get user, bitch. Let's go. Read the text, guys. Read the text. This text is going to tell you if that play action is open. He plays outside, you can run. He plays inside, you can pass. He's outside, we're just going to run all over that shit. Easy yards.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down.
Plays outside, you can pass. Not inside, you can pass. Find a nice little formation you want. Try to turbo blitz that, and it tells me exactly who I need to be. Is open, wide open.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's brought down.
Y'all learn today. Make him do some timeouts. I ain't no slouch, bro. You can't play one defense on me the whole game. I'm gonna start picking you apart.
2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
Got him. Kind of find what you like in certain situations. I don't necessarily like that. Still got that off, bitch. Let's go.
Darren Waller. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Stop playing man, bro. It ain't it for you.
Sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good.
I'm going to change some audibles in my 3 tight end personnel.
Booker to return it. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Show this man how to blitz.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied.
Oh, how I missed that hit stick, bro. Fuck.
Get this one across the 45.
Got that one. I need to turn this off.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Now Saquon Barkley.
Take them hits.
Running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here's a ball.
Look at them legs. Oh, my God. Good tackle.
He just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
I think we all understand his disappointment. Didn't quite get to the end zone, and you know it's just got to be tough to see a yard line underneath you after a play like that. Still, all in all,
we know what's coming.
Play, and now they're set up 1st and goal at the 1.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run Booker, and he will take it all.
Go low next time.
For a Giant touchdown. Devontae Booker punching it in from a yard away. And the Giants answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 21-14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Okay. Yeah, it's glitched, so I need to fix it. Nothing should really change as far as what we want to do.
And now after the touchdown a moment ago,
he brings them down in the box, we can run. Safety doesn't tackle very well.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Here's Drake one more time on 2nd down. And he'll get about 3 here as he's
all I got to do is just need one person miss.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so?
You don't learn today, bro. You can't sit there and do that the whole game.
That's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Tay Crowder able to make the play.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there, all 11 guys on defense, diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Carr. And he will find his man Ruggs. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It's a gain of 35.
Well, see, you get them out of what they want to do, and then they start playing what you want them to play.
One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
Now you're in trouble. Ooh, what you gonna do?
Into the red zone, it's Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Edwards. Touchdown Raiders. Bryan Edwards. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Raiders
I did that on purpose.
Extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
That's cool.
We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get
Good
it.
shit, run, pro.
And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Booker to return it. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this...
There he goes, left side. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Yards remain on 2nd down. Again, it's Barkley. And some strong running. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. A handoff to Barkley, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Jones. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And Gano's kick is right through. And the sideline celebrates.
But you left me with 16 seconds.
Well, he was a spectator for much
more
of
than
this
enough
game.
time.
It was his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary.
Too much time, bro.
Complete.
That's what you get. He talked all that shit about how he was going to eat the clock. Oh, man. Oh, man, I'm so glad I made that play. That's my trademark, bro. That's the dagger. This dude talking about all that shit about how you going to eat the clock. Eat the clock. Like I left him with 2 minutes. Look out of here, bro. Shit, you could have left me with 1 second. I was going to be happy. I was like, man, I only need 1 chance. Alright, well, I'm gonna call it like that. And then appreciate y'all tuning in if y'all tuned in or whatever. That was great, man. That was a nice example of kind of teaching the technique of, you know, him trying to glitch turbo blitz, you know. Make sure you pay attention to leverage, you know. If they come inside, you can pass, play action, If they go outside, then you can run. Okay, so he kept doing that outside blitz. We just started running right at him, you know, like zone splits, dives. I do need to change something though. I've been having an issue, like I'm missing something in one of my 3 tight end personnels. I don't know if it's on a game because I thought I had changed it. It's kind of leaving me a little bit crippled in that personnel. I need to make sure I have rage quit. Look at it. I went 2 power O's. Why did I have 2 power O's in there? Like, I know I wanted the zone split. I know I wanted a power O. What other play do I want? Wasn't a lot to really choose from. I don't want the jet sweep. Jet sweep here sucks. Come out in the dive. Trying to think. You can beat cover 1 with a boot slide, but I'm not really trying to go for the boot slide. Probably could just run this like a stretch run or dragging spacing here. And then the other 3 tight end. I need to see what else is in here because I don't see. I don't like jet sweep. I need zone. See, I can come out in the jet. See, I can run zone instead of dealing with that handoff because I like to flip my plays. I could run zone and then stretch RPO, and then I know I'm running zone here, but let's see if there's any other options. Let's see. Got the 24 zone. I don't even know if that's a good run. And you have the option for that stretch. Probably just do that and just stretch RPO. And then slide the sprint play action in off of that. So we had that in the stretch RPO screen, and we'd be good. Alright, so now we are saved right there. Normally I don't send messages to people to talk shit, but this dude, he deserve it. Gonna rage quit, give up a bomb like he just thought he was the shit. Like he thought he was gonna win. Let me see. Let me go back in here. that was wild. I think I gotta go depth chart. Pop up those last opponent. See, rage quit a lot. Izoac. How you have all them rank points? You be rage quitting a lot. I got like 70 fucking losses to the blue screen, bro. And I still got more wins than losses. I shouldn't even lost that many games, bro. That should be pissing me off. Izoac. Send this guy a message. Alright, man, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here because I'm going to get blue screened if I play again. Appreciate y'all tuning in.